One life, one decade, one chance to grow while it still matters. Welcome back for day 126 of completing my 20s. And the first thing I want to start with saying is I got some new subscribers and some viewers here who have been watching, and I have a few people asking just what my channel's about. So if you're new here watching, I just want to go over a quick revision of what my channel is about. So I am 21. I'm pretty average right now as far as like my financial status, my physical appearance. Maybe not, maybe a little above average on physical because I've been working out for a while, but I'm not like a bodybuilder pro, you know. I've just been working out. Anyways, I work a job, I make these videos. So pretty much I'm taking you guys with me on a journey through my 20s right now, so you guys are able to witness the experiences I go through, the information I try to share as I go through this journey, and just anything that I learn along the way, so we can all be successful by the time we're 30, or if you're just anybody watching and just want to be involved in personal growth. But for me, and kind of what I'm providing is just for the things that I learn throughout my journey through my 20s, because I'm in my 20s. But the things I share and the stuff I talk about can be for anybody. So my channel is just going through my 20s and just sharing experiences and valuable information to you guys, and working towards my goals so I can be exactly where I want to be in the next decade of my life, which is pretty much just setting goals as far as like getting physically fit, becoming mentally mature and mastering my mind, and financially reaching my goals so I can kind of retire early, as early as I can. So if that seems like something you'd be interested in, tag along, follow me through this journey. It'll be a long journey, so stay along for the ride. It'll be fun, it'll be valuable, and yeah. So I'll get right into my video for my normal watchers. The first thing I want to talk about is the workout that I had today. It was a back day, so it was really good. I will say at work, I don't know if it'll focus. I don't think it will, but my finger is extraordinarily bruised. Here, I might be able to zoom in on it. Yep. Extraordinarily bruised. I like jammed it as I was cutting something, and something happened in the machine and just jammed it. But I did that because I made a mistake at work, and this is going to go off of what I wanted to talk about today. So the first thing I want to talk about is holding yourself accountable for the mistakes that you make. And the reason why this is important is because, number one, it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to just sit down and face the fact that you made a mistake, especially when it's a mistake that you didn't expect yourself to make or keep making. So like this week, it's been really rough at work. Not like really rough, nothing I can't handle. It hasn't been draining me. Once I'm kind of the guy, like, work can be hard, it can stress me out, but as soon as I clock out, I let that stuff go and I focus on my life. You know, I don't try and bring that stuff outside of work, because then it just starts messing with my life. So it's just been rough at work. I've been and it's really been rough because I've been making mistakes. I can't blame anybody or anything. I've made mistakes, and it's mistakes that I know that I shouldn't be making. And then I start to ask myself, like, why am I making these mistakes? And then I start to tell myself, like, you know, my job kind of really annoying because they make it seem like you can't make mistakes. And that is very true. I don't like that in my environment of work, but I get paid good. It's an opportunity that I won't really have anywhere else. So, it's not the perfect dream job, but it does the job right now, and I can't complain because I need this job more than the job needs me. It's about 50-50 actually, because I'm really valuable to my company. But anyways, my point is I made mistakes, and I was stuck in between the, like, am I being too hard on myself, or should I just not be making these mistakes? And, like, there's nothing to blame, and I can't be upset because it's my fault. And, it's okay to make mistakes. Like, it's human nature. It's going to happen. You are going to mess up, and honestly, you almost in a way want to fail. But when you are consecutively, like, if you're writing down that you're going to wake up at 8 a.m. every day, and you're waking up at 9 a.m., 10 p.m., or 10 a.m., 11 a.m., you can't have the mindset in that situation to say it's okay to make mistakes, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, you can say it's okay, but it's not going to make you feel good, and that's not going to help you wake up at 9 a.m. tomorrow. You know what I mean? You have to look yourself in the eye and say, listen, you're making mistakes. Don't beat yourself down on it, but acknowledge the fact that you're making mistakes. And there doesn't need to be a why, but what needs to happen is what you are going to do. What are you going to do to resolve the mistakes that you're making? Or what are you going to do to minimize the mistakes from happening often? Because again, it's human nature for us all as humans to mess up and make mistakes. It's gonna happen, and you can't, no matter what you do, you cannot eliminate things 100% from happening mistake-wise. But what you can do is you can try, and you can hold yourself accountable, and you can be responsible, and those attributes will help you be a mature person when dealing with people, having more patience with people. You know, if you can be patient with yourself and responsible, you can deal with people a lot better too. Those attributes will directly reflect how you treat other people, because once you acknowledge that you're making mistakes but you're holding yourself accountable, you'll stop feeling bad for certain people. You know, it's easy to like judge somebody like, oh, well, this person isn't working hard because because they didn't have their family and they grew up in a really tough environment. You know, you can say that, and you know, you can feel pity for this person. But if they're your friend, let's say it's your friend, like one of my friends, you know, let's say I'm going to take one of my friends and they didn't have the best upbringing. You know, for a while I told myself, I'm like, dude, I can never understand them. And that's still true. I can't understand them. But what I do know is they're not holding themselves accountable for mistakes. I don't care how you grew up, because we all have our problems and we all have our differences to different scales, you know? And it is true. I'll never be able to understand what it's like to go through certain things, and he'll never understand what it's like for me to go through certain things that I've went through. But what I do know is, as a human and as people, everybody in this world can do a better job of acknowledging all of our mistakes and learning and becoming more responsible for our actions that are causing our mistakes. And it's most important when it's affecting you, but it's very important when it's affecting other people. I should say it's even more important when you're affecting other people, actually, but it's very, very important when it's affecting yourself, you know, and how you're living your life and the things that you want to accomplish. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, is holding yourself accountable for mistakes. Thank you guys for watching for day 126 of completing my 20s, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I think so. I'm going camping this weekend, so tomorrow's gonna be really tight. I gotta work out, and then come home, pack, and then hit the door. I think I'm gonna try to push out a video for you guys, but it's gonna be a long day. And then Saturday I'll be out camping. I might take my camera with me and get some videos out there. I might not. You know, I've talked about this before. On the weekends, I like to do things and I like to enjoy my time. In yesterday's video, I talked about balance and why that's important. So you can actually click right here and watch that video if you like. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.